grand on Card Sharks. And here's your host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome at home. Thank you for joining us. What a way to start things off. I must say, this may be my favorite poem sent in by someone in the audience. Really, it's excellent. Hilbert Turner, Jr. of Bowie, Maryland. Thank you, Hilbert, for sending in that opening poem. Now let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Bettine, if you will, load in the cards, please. You can see we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Jeff Wine, our champion.
How you doing, Jim?
Boy, was this poem ever prophetic with you? You can win more than 20 grand because Jeff Wine has won over $27,300 on Card Sharks.
Thank you, Jim.
How did your fiancée take that when you told her the news?
She didn't believe it.
She didn't believe it?
She didn't believe it. We had to bring her down here today.
Oh, so she's here with you today?
Yes.
Isn't that... Now do you believe it? He won over $27,000? Yes? She's still not going to acknowledge it, Jeff. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Our challenger is Annie Mezzacapa.
Hi,
Annie.
Jim.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you, too.
And would you remind us about yourself?
Yes, my name is Annie Mezzacapa. I'm from Santa Ana, California. I'm a law student about to enter my final semester of law studies, and I'm working in the legal division of a major department store.
Good. Nice to have you back. Good luck to
Thank
both
you.
of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled. The players cut them before we go on the air. Jeff, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Annie, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. And as you can see, Jeff needs 4 cards to win the game. Annie needs only 2. But Jeff leads 1 game to nothing in a best 2 out of 3 match. So with a 2-card advantage, the pressure is still on Annie. As we left off, the question goes to you, Jeff. We asked 100 married women, have you ever yelled at your husband so long and so loud that you actually lost your voice? How many married women said, oh, yeah, they had?
Oh, I think some of them had. I think they can get that perturbed with them, but I don't think that it'd be that high. I'd say about 28.
28 have lost their voice from screaming at the husband, Annie.
I've lost my voice without screaming at a husband before when I'm angry, so it's got to be higher.
Even higher than that.
It has to be higher than that.
If it is higher, Annie, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Jeff. The actual number of married women who've yelled at their husbands so long and so loud they actually lost their voice is 26. Not higher,
All right.
Jeff. Boy, Jeff, you had it almost on the button.
Jim. Let's do it.
We left off with an ace.
I like that ace. It's going to be lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes, with a
All
queen.
right. Like that lady. It's going to be lower again.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no, another ace. Not lower. You lose both of those cards, and Annie gets a free chance to play off the 8. You can't change it. You didn't win the question, Annie.
I'm going to try lower on the 8.
Lower
Please.
than an 8? No, it's a 10. Couldn't take advantage of it. We'll fill in the spaces, and we'll go to the 4th and final question. It is sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Annie, we asked 100 mothers who have 10 or more children. Do you have more than 1 refrigerator? How many mothers of 10 said they do?
Well, that's a refrigerator. More than 1 refrigerator.
Yes, they have 10 or more children.
Even with 10 or more children, I don't think they'd have more than 1 refrigerator. I think that's going to be rather low. I will say 15.
15 with 10 or more children have more than 1 refrigerator, Jeff.
No, Jim. I think they got a big, long grocery list, and they got another refrigerator. I say it's higher.
Higher than that.
Higher.
This will decide that all-important control. The actual number of mothers with 10 or more children who have more than 1 refrigerator is 44.
All right.
Very much higher, Jeff.
All right.
Well, we've got an interesting situation in sudden death, Jeff. You need 4 cards. Annie needs only 2. You've got an ace. She has an 8. Your decision. Play it or pass it.
I have too many cards to turn over. I'm going to give it to Annie.
Okay.
Annie, this is it. He leads 1-0. You've got to turn them both over to tie up the match. 1 mistake, and he retains the championship. With an 8, call this. I'm sorry, Annie?
I think that I will try lower.
Lower. Lower than an 8? No, it's another 10. It's not. In sudden death, Jeff wins again. That's tough when you're looking at that 8. You can go either way. Annie, thank you. Good luck with the law studies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Annie Mezzacapa. Come on down here, Jeff. And you're going to try to add to your total of over $27,000.
Oh, this is great, Jim.
I hope you can keep up the good work right after this commercial message. We're back with our champion, Jeff Wine, and they'll root you on again. You're doing great.
This is incredible, Jim. I'm having the best time.
You've had a couple of good money cards. The last one was not so good, but you're still up there with over $27,000. You can double it right now. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's turn those cards.
Let's open the board. Get to the money cards. Come on up there, Jeff. That's an exciting prospect when you think about it, that you could double that amount of money if the cards fell right. And again, you won $200 in the game. We give you that money, and now you've got new money to play with and brand new cards. $200 on the bottom level. Move up to the second level, another $200 of betting money. 3 more cards. Minimum bets of $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must bet at least half the money. You know how to do it. We can only wish you well, Jeff. Here's $200. As in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards on the bottom level. Remember, you can change your base card when you move up to the second level, and you can change your base card before you make that big bet. Right now, you're starting with a 3.
Good card. Good card.
$200 in a 3.
$200 is higher, Jim. 200.
All of it. $200 higher than a 3. Yes,
All
with
right.
a 4.
Good card. Good card. $300 is higher. $300
$300 higher than a 4. Oh,
yes,
great
card. Oh, yeah.
$700 and an ace.
All of it, the whole bundle. $700, it's lower.
$700 lower than an ace. It is, and a king. Still a great card. Up goes the king. The other $200 of betting money. $1,600. You're going to play that king, I'm sure, Jeff, yes?
All of it. The whole bundle of wax. All $1,600, it's lower, Jim. Yeah. Do it for me.
All or nothing. Let's not see an ace now. $1,600 bet lower than a king. It is a queen, and still a good card at $3,200.
There's got to be some low cards in there, Jim. $3,000, it's lower. Let's get it down.
$3,000. He says lower than a queen, and he's right. 6,200 and a 6, Jeff.
$400. $400. There's still some low cards in there. I'm going against the odds. I feel lucky. Lower.
Lower than a 6.
400.
Ooh, going way against the odds with a 6. I hope you're right.
He turns the cards.
$400 bet lower than a 6. No, it's a 7. Oh, the odds are... Well, the 7 goes up, and now you've got that great opportunity to change it if you like.
The great change. Let's change it.
Okay, changing to 7. You must play this one for the big bet. A 2! With $5,800, he turns over a 2.
All of it, Jim. All of it. Be good to me. Higher, Jim. Higher.
Oh, for over $10,000. Higher than a 2. Yes! $11,600. Does your fiancé believe it now? Come on down here. Jeff, that brings your winnings to an even $39,000 in cash.
Thank you, Jim.
Oh, you are great. We'll be right back with a new challenger right after this. My goodness gracious. Oh. Well, can't rest on the laurels. Got to play again.
Let's go, Jim.
2 brand new decks of cards, all shuffled and cut, and a new player on Card Sharks. Debbie Williams. Hi, Debbie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to be here.
You ran out here like you were in a hurry to get here.
I am.
That's good. Tell us about yourself, Deb.
Well, my name's Debbie Williams, and I'm a native of Bakersfield, California, way up north, where I'm the costume mistress for the community college. I take ballet, and I'm taking tennis lessons, and I'm in the middle of hooking a rag and doing a needlepoint sampler and all kinds of things.
You're a busy lady. A costume mistress. What's the oddest costume you've ever been asked to make?
The weirdest thing I ever had to make was when I was still a student at Bakersfield College, and we had to make Japanese armor out of plastic window shades.
Oh, come out good?
They were beautiful.
Plastic window shades, huh? Super. Good. Good luck in the match, Debbie. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Jeff, the champion, the upper cards, the red cards. And Jeff very nicely shakes hands and wishes you well. Now, Jeff, We asked 100 married women. When your husband first proposed marriage to you, did you make him wait longer than a week before you accepted? How many women said they did make their husband wait longer than a week?
Oh, I don't think... They know right away. My fiancée, she said yes right away. And, no, they don't wait a week. 15.
15 made the husband wait longer than a week.
Well, since I proposed, I'm going to say it's going to be lower.
Even lower than that.
Lower than that. A lot
Just
lower.
make that decision quick. The actual number of women who made their husband wait longer than a week before they accepted his proposal is 19, not lower. Jeff was very close to it.
Good cards, Jim.
And Jeff starts off with a 7.
Let's toss that out, Jim. Let's toss it out.
And you can change it. You won the question, changing it to an 8. That's one of the
Not
few
bad.
bad changes you've had, Jeff.
Well, I've been really lucky. I don't know. I got a feeling higher, Jim.
Higher than an 8. He's
All
right.
right.
It's a 10.
Great. Let's go lower, Jim. Let's go
Gonna
lower.
risk that card in this one lower. It is. It's an 8.
I think I'm ready to freeze, Jim.
Freezing it. Move over the freeze bar. Can't take those cards away from you, and that keeps Debbie away from her cards. Debbie, we asked 100 single women. If you really liked a man, but all of your friends thought he was a jerk, would you go out with him anyway? How many women said they would go out with him anyway?
Well, I'm single, and I think I'm independent enough that I would say my friends didn't know what they were talking about. I would think it would be high, so 75.
75 would go out with him anyway,
I
even
can
if the
agree.
other friends thought he was a jerk.
I can agree with that. They gotta know him to go out with him. I'll say higher, though.
Higher than that?
Yeah.
The actual number of women who would go out with a man, even though their friends thought he was a jerk, is 87. It's higher, Jeff. Winning the question, you can change that 8.
Let's get rid of it, Jim.
Changing
Get rid of
the
it,
8
cowboy.
to a queen. Good change
Like
that
that
time.
lady. Lower
Lower
that
than
lady.
a queen. Yes,
All
for
right,
the 7.
good card. I don't know, Jim. I'm going to go for it. I'm feeling lucky. Not many low cards so far. I'm going against the odds. I'm saying lower.
Against the
Give me
odds
a
for the
low
first game of the
card.
match, lower than a 7. He did it! Oh, my goodness. Oh, he can do no wrong, Dev. Maybe the next game you'll get him. We'll be setting up for that, and it'll be coming up right after this. My goodness gracious. And let's get set up for game 2 with these fine players and the same 2 decks of cards. Jeff has the first game. Debbie, the pressure's on you. You need this one. Question goes to you, Jeff. We asked 100 married women, if you and your husband were just living together instead of married, would you be just as happy as you are now? How many women said they would be just as happy if they were living together but not married?
Oh, I think that's fairly high. If you're living with the guy, you're fairly happy. I say about 80.
80 would be happy, just as happy if they were living with him rather than married.
No, I think they've been through too many hard times that they would have split on if they weren't married. So I think it's going to be lower.
Lower. The actual number of married women who feel they'd be just as happy if they and their husband were living together and not married is 38, very much lower. Debbie. And Debbie, you need this game. You're starting with a queen.
Oh,
Pretty good card.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It is a 3. Still a low card. Higher than a 3. Yes, a 9. You don't want to take a chance on losing all of them, so she freezes, needing 1 to tie up the match. Debbie, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you ever given a gift to a woman and told her it cost more than it really did? How many bachelors said they had?
I think they're a little more honest than that. I'll say the number is going to be towards the middle, 45.
45 have given a gift, said it cost more, Jeff.
No, Jim, they like to feel big, big spender. They want to tell them it costs more, like the list price. It's going to be higher.
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 The actual number of bachelors who have given a gift to a woman and told her it cost more than it really did is 28. It's not higher. Debbie. Yeah, Debbie. You can play this 9 or change it now.
Change it.
Big change for Debbie. It is a 3.
Higher.
To tie up the match, higher than a 3. Yes, to the 4. Look at those low cards. Well, now each player with one game and $100. And we will set up for the tiebreaker with just 3 cards up there and 3 questions here. Jeff, it looks like she's starting to get some of your cards there. We've got a tie. This tiebreaker decides who goes to the money. Jeff, we asked 100 people. When you were a child, did you ever forge your parents' signature on a school report card? How many people admitted that they had?
Oh, I did. I needed to. I think it's fairly high. I'd say about 68.
68 have forged their parents' signature on a report card, Debbie.
I always had pretty good grades, so I never had to do that. I was always proud of my report card, so I think it's going to be lower.
You say lower.
Lower.
The actual number of people who, when they were kids, forged their parents' signature on a report card is 36. It's lower, Debbie. And Debbie, you start off with control in the tiebreaker, and a big ace.
I'll keep it. It's lower.
Lower than an ace. It is a 7 now. Up the middle. Big decision, Debbie.
I'm going to go ahead and freeze.
You're going to freeze. You're going to go
freeze.
ahead and freeze. Okay. You need 1 card for the championship. Debbie, we asked 100 men in California. They say gentlemen prefer blondes. Do you prefer blondes? How many men admitted they do prefer blondes, blonde Debbie?
Well, I've never had that much luck, so I don't think the number is going to be very high. I think it's going to be about 40.
40. Prefer blondes, Jeff.
My fiancée is blonde. She's beautiful, and it's higher.
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 The actual number of men who said they prefer blondes is 42. It is higher by 2. Jeff, your base card is a queen.
Lower, Jim. Lower.
Lower than a queen. It is a king. It is not lower. And Debbie, a break for you. Play off the 7 and call this.
I'm going to go with the odds and say it's higher.
If it's higher, we have a new champion on Card Sharks for the win. No! It is not higher. We fill in the spaces. Debbie still needs 1. Jeff needs 2. Sudden death. Jeff, we asked 100 farmers who live in Iowa. Very simply, today, did you get up before 6 o'clock in the morning? How many farmers said they did?
A lot of them. You got to get up and till those crops. I'd say 88.
88 got up before 6 in the morning, Debbie.
I think it's going to be lower. I don't think they get up. They get up at 6 or a little after.
Lower.
Lower.
The actual number of farmers who got up before 6 o'clock in the morning is 57. It's lower, Debbie.
Oh, change it.
Now you can change that 7, and she changes it to a 5. Yes, excuse me, Debbie. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I should have reminded you about that. It is sudden death. You could play it for the 1 or Jeff for the 2.
I'll go ahead and go for it.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to. Forgive me for getting ahead of you there, Debbie. You've got a 5. What are you going to do? Higher than a 5 for the win. Yes! Debbie wins it. We have a new champion. And Jeff Wine, you are leaving us with $39,100.
Thank you very much, Jim. You've all been great here.
You're a great champion, Jeff.
Thank you.
Debbie, come on down here. Did you think anybody was going to beat him?
No, I didn't.
Debbie, our new champion, will play the money cards right after this. We thank you so much for joining us, as always. And Debbie is going to play the money cards right off the top when next we meet on Card Sharks. So come back and see us then, won't you? For now, have yourself a very, very good day. Bye-bye for now.
One of our polling groups will receive Amanda's Touchmatic 2 radar range microwave oven featuring an automatic temperature control system that cooks any cut of meat moist and tender made and furnished by Amanda. And some of our contestants will receive Hamilton Beach's new espresso coffee maker. Brews 1 to 4 Demitasse espresso cups in a carafe. Convenient on-off switch. Double spout nozzle fills 2 separate cups furnished by Hamilton Beach Scoville. And St. Mary's automatic blanket with new silent quad-rated solid state control. Automatically pre-warms your bed and keeps you comfy all night. And the Honeywell smoke and fire detector with exclusive sensitivity switch, 30-day low battery warning, and convenient test disc. Trust Honeywell to protect your family. And introducing exhilarating, vibrant, vital Jovan Sports Sense. For him, for her, because life is a contact sport. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.